guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa for those of you who don't know, and for today's video I'm going to be talking about self-tanning. So I get so many questions about what self-tanners I use, what self-tanners I like, how to self-tan, how to store products, how to make sure you don't turn orangey. So I decided to just make a video on this. So I know I have mentioned this brand before. I am an affiliate with Golden Star Beauty. So I am partnering up with them for this video just to explain how to self-tan, how to properly self-tan, is self-tanning safe, and just to answer some of your most asked questions. Then also in this video I'm going to be talking about each product that I have right in front of me from Golden Star Beauty. I'm going to leave their information down below, and I'm also going to leave my discount code right here on the screen and down in the description box below if you are interested in purchasing any of these products. I do have a few tips and sheets and packets and stuff in front of me just to make sure that I do answer all of the questions. So I did take a bunch of notes. So if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. If you do see me looking down, I am looking down at all of these papers that I have, and I just want to really properly explain everything for you guys. Before we jump into the whole video, I just want to remind you guys to please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, so you could be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty, and hit that post notification bell too while you're at it so you can get notified of all of my future uploads. And also give this video a thumbs up if you do like these informational type of videos. Let me know. Also leave me a comment down below if you have any questions at all. Please, I'm here to help you guys. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into this video. Okay, so before we jump into each and every product, I kind of just wanted to give an overview of anything that you should do before you get a self-tan. This is just, I used to work at a tanning salon for 4 or 5 years. I still airbrush people on the side of there as well. So I do have a bit of information about some self-tanning. So these are just some of the common tips and tricks and questions and stuff that I do get very, very often from my personal experience and from here on social media, YouTube, anything like that. So usually what we do recommend if you are going to self-tan at home is to always do a patch test before. This is with any makeup product, this is with any skincare product. You want to make sure you are not allergic to what you are using. So if you are using, this is the lotion, just put a little bit on behind your knee, back of your ear, anything like that, just to make sure that you are not allergic. That is so important because when you're trying a new product, you don't know how you're going to react to that. So just make sure that you do test out the product before you put it all over your body, God forbid, just in case something does happen. Then you want to make sure that prior to you self-tanning, so if you were going to self-tan on a Monday, make sure you do all of this on, this is Sunday. So you want to make sure you are waxed, you are shaved, you showered, and that you exfoliate. You want to make sure that you exfoliate your whole body if you're going to tan your whole body, especially your face. So exfoliating really helps with making sure that all of the dry patches on your skin aren't there anymore. Just because when you do self-tan at home or at the salon, that you do have dry patches on your body, but you want to make sure that the self-tanner doesn't grip to those dry patches, making those dry patches even look more dark than the rest compared to the rest of your body. I hope that makes sense. So aka you just want to make sure that you exfoliate your whole body, get rid of those dry areas. Usually the most dry areas that I see are elbows, you have knees, you have heels, you have in between your fingers. So just make sure that you do stay moisturized. Another thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you do not have any jewelry on when you self-tan. That is because you are going to get a line. So if I self-tan somebody and they have a watch on, one, the watch is going to get dirty. Two, you are going to get that watch line just because the watch is preventing the color from getting on there. That is at the salon or at home. So make sure that you always do take off all of your jewelry. Make sure that you also don't have any lotion on your body, because if you do have a lotion on your body, that is going to interfere with your tan. So make sure that your body is just soap, water, clean, everything's off. Just make sure that you do not have any lotion or anything like that on, just because that is going to interfere with your tan, just because the chemicals from that lotion and the chemicals from the self tanner any self tanner, they can interact and kind of make your tan look a little bit funky, you know what I'm saying? So you also want to make sure that when you do self tan at home or at the salon, that you do not get wet after. So usually I don't get, like, I'll apply my self tanner before I go to bed, then I sleep, and then I wake up and I shower. So I just make sure that I don't have to go to the gym, I don't have to shower, or I'm not going to stand in the pouring rain outside, because that is also going to interfere with your spray tan. Then you also want to make sure that you're not wearing really tight clothes, because if you are wearing tight clothes, then one, it's going to make the areas where it's tight, you get like a little bit more sweaty, and that's going to interfere with your tan as well. So make sure that you're not going to be wearing tight clothes, exercise clothes. Make sure your clothes are a little loose, and also make sure you do not exercise after you self tan either, because when you get sweaty, that is going to mess up with your tan. So some tips for self tanning at home: you usually want to self tan before you go to bed. That is because then you can leave it on for the maximum amount of wear time, which is typically 8 hours. Then make sure when you do self tan at home, just put it on, let it dry for about 10 minutes. This is just a rough estimate. Read the back of the bottles on the self tanner to see how long you should let it dry for. But usually I've used a few self tanners and it's about 10 minutes. So just make sure that you leave it on for the 10 minutes before you lay in bed. If you do have white sheets or anything like that, just be cautious that the self tanner might come off on your white sheets. So usually what I recommend, tell my friends, tell clients, anything like that, is just to make sure that your bed, if you do have white sheets, put a rag or put something down below, just so the self tanner does not mess with your sheets or anything like that. You want to make sure that you do not apply your self tanner to any irritated skin, because the chemicals in the self tanner can mess with your skin a little bit more. One trick that I have learned is that if you have super dry elbows, super dry knees, and exfoliating didn't help, what I recommend is taking a tiny bit of a moisturizer. Make sure the moisturizer doesn't have any alcohol, doesn't have any fragrances, just a plain moisturizer. Take a little bit of that and apply it on your elbow and apply it on your knees, and just rub it right into those areas, just because if you have really dry skin, putting on the self tanner and on those areas are gonna make your self tanner darker and really grab those dark patches. So just be cautious of that. Do not put a lot of lotion on your elbows or knees. This is only if you have super dry skin, so it doesn't automatically stick to that. Then when you are applying self tanner, I have 2 tips. You either put on gloves, and that is just so your palms do not get super not I see this mistake so much. People forget to put on gloves and their palms are like orange AF. So make sure that you put on gloves. If you do not want to put on gloves, make sure you put on a mitt. A mitt is just something that goes right over your hand. Let me grab one. This is the mitt from Golden Star Beauty. It's just like this, and you just apply it right on, and it's really easy and really simple. So if you are using a self tanner like wipe that I do in between my sessions of the Golden Star Beauty, all I do is I use it with my bare hands, I put it all over, but then right away, like immediately after, I go ahead and I wash my hands, because if not, my hands are going to be orange. So definitely watch that. Then you also want to make sure that you use the self tanning products sparingly on those dry areas. So you don't want to spray the self tanner on your elbow and rub it in, because your elbow is going to be dry and it's going to look a little funky. You don't want to do that on your knees, don't want to do that on your heels or anything like that. Just use it very light. So usually what I recommend is I'll like spray it here, and then I'll kind of just rub it in, just so it kind of goes over smoothly and it's not super dark. One thing with Golden Star Beauty is that the oil, which is the self tanning oil, this one right here, this one does not have a color guard in it. So when you do use this, just make sure that you are conscious that you're spraying it on and getting it all over your body. It is all right if you put this on if you like double layer it, it's not gonna look funky or super dark where you did double layer it. But if you do miss a spot, like let's say I go here and I forgot to do the top of my shoulder, this is going to be white. So just be wary that you are really getting all over your body. Otherwise, if you miss a spot, that is going to show. So one trick also is that when you apply a self tanner at home and you apply it on Monday and then you want to be darker, do it again on Tuesday, and that'll just give you a nice deeper darker tan. Okay, so when you tan your feet and the back side of your palms, so you want to apply the body lotion, the oil or whatever to your body. Then you want to make sure that your hands and feet are dry and clean before you start the application. Then you want to take a small pump. I'm just going to use this oil for example. You want to take a small pump of this oil, and you want to make sure either use a kabuki like makeup brush. I use actually the mitt, and I just go in like small circular motions. So when I apply the oil on my hands, I kind of just go like this, and it kind of just goes in nice circular motions, really small. And then when I am done, that's just so the oil doesn't get all up in between my fingers, making them look really weird. If you are looking orangey when you are using this oil, that just means that you're applying too much of the oil on. So usually what they recommend is just to spray, then rub that in. Make sure that you're not over applying the oil, otherwise you are going to get orange and it's going to look streaky. So just use that in moderation. So then after you shower the next day, you sleep with this on, what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to shower regularly, but you're going to want to moisturize day and night. Moisturization is key. Do not use a moisturizer that has any alcohol in it, because if it does have alcohol, it is going to kind of strip and dry out your skin. So stay away from Bath & Body Works, Victoria's Secret, anything that has a fragrance in it, because that is going to interfere with your tan. So just make sure that you moisturize day and night. Or what Golden Star Beauty does have is they have a, where is it? This is the self-tanning extender. So I love using this stuff. It really does help to extend my tan. So what I do is I put this on, I want to say like every other day. So what I do is I moisturize day and night with my typical moisturizer. Then about every other day in the evening before I go to bed, I put this on in replace of my regular moisturizer, and this just helps to extend my tan. I don't know if you guys can see, possibly it doesn't have any tint to it or anything like that, so it really is just a moisturizer. Then also make sure that you do not take really hot baths or showers. You do not use the loofah when you are showering, because that is going to scrub away at the self tanner. Hot showers are kind of going to strip away the self tanner, so just be very wary of that. Then how to remove self tanner from your face and body. I get this question a lot. So you can apply baby oil. Baby oil will help to kind of break up the self tanner. So when you do this, you want to put on the baby oil, leave it on for about 10 minutes or so. Then you want to hop in the shower and then take a loofah, an exfoliating mitt, something like that. Golden Star Beauty does have an exfoliating mitt. So you can use this, and it just rub it all over you. Put it on your hand. It is just an exfoliator, and that will help exfoliate all of that pigment off. Then what you can also do is what we used to tell everybody at the tanning salon that I worked at, is you can blend baking soda, lemon juice, or water. You mix that in a bowl, you put it on, you leave it on for a few minutes. I would leave it on for like 3 minutes, then just rub that area, and then just repeat as necessary until that sunless tan is off. Another thing that you can also do is dab on whitening toothpaste. I know this is really interesting. We used to tell people at the salon to do that as well. So just take the toothpaste and then just apply it, and then just rub that on, and then that will help to take off some of the self tanner as well. So usually when people want to remove self tanner, it is either A, because it kind of is fading funky, or B, just because you do have those dry spots. So these things work really well for both of them. Some tips on how to store your self tanners. This is for Golden Star Beauty. Each and every brand has their own specific way of storing their self tanner, so definitely be wary of that. Be mindful, read the directions just so you don't funk it up a little bit. So you want to make sure that the products are stored at room temperature. You don't want them to be too hot. You don't want to leave them in direct sun because that can mess up the chemicals and everything inside. You don't want to leave them in the car. Then a lot of questions that I get is self-tanning safe? So the main ingredient in self-tanner is DHA. So DHA is called, I hope I say this right, I always mess this up, dihyaluronic. I'm going to leave it right at the screen just so you guys can understand what I'm saying. Dihyaluronic DHA. That is the ingredient that helps make your tan look tan. So self-tanning is actually more preferred than regular tanning, just because regular tanning you do get the UVA, you get the UVB rays, and that can cause cancer, it can cause wrinkles, it can cause dark spots, fine lines, anything like that. So just be mindful if you are tanning outside. Those are some side effects. With self-tanning, you do get that gorgeous glow that you can get outside, but you can get it without being in the sun. So one fact that I did learn is sunless tanning is recommended by the American Medical Association, the American Academy of Dermatology, and the Skin Cancer Foundation as a safer alternative to UV radiation from sun or tanning beds. So the Golden Star Beauty products, they are actually certified organic oils. They have extracts in them, they have vitamins, they have hyaluronic acid, and they have intense moisturizers. And on each and every product, like the tanning oil, it has organic jojoba oil, avocado oil, macadamia oil, evening prime rose oil, and hyaluronic acid. The face one has hyaluronic acid, vitamin B5, and organic rosehip oil. The body extender, this is a tan extender, I'm sorry, with organic aloe vera, olive oil, avocado oil, argan oil, and hyaluronic acid. And then just the sunless tanning body lotion, this is organic olive oil, coconut oil, argan oil, aloe vera, and hyaluronic acid. So it tells you right up front some of the ingredients, like the main organic ingredients that each product has. Then on the back it does also state the finer ingredients, which are right down here, and then also states how to use each and every product. So in this video you're also going to see a clip of me putting on some of these products as well, just because I want you guys to actually see me putting the product on besides me just talking about the product. So the two products that I'm going to use the Sunless for the face, and then I'm also going to use the tanning oil. If you guys want another video on how to use the Sunless body lotion and then the Sunless extender, let me know. I will make another video on how to use these two products, but I don't want this video to be super long. These two are literally my holy grails. The face lotion or the face oil does not make me break out, which is so surprising because I have such sensitive skin. So just keep that in mind, but that is going to be after. And then I'm also just going to show you guys a before and after photo of me as well, so you guys can really see how the tanning makes my skin look. Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here and just show you guys how I self tan. So right now I am just wearing a tank top, and then I do have shorts on. So I want to show you guys how I self tan my face, and then I'm just going to show you how I do one of my arms and then hopefully one of my legs if we can get that to work. This is the Sunless Tan Serum. So I'm just going to start off with my face right now. So like I was saying before, you want to make sure that you are in a well lit area. So I have my ring light right here, and it's really well lit. So I don't have any jewelry on. I also have my hair up. I just did wash my face. You want to make sure that your face is washed. If you are using any retinols or anything, just make sure that you do stop them, because that can interfere with the tan itself. So what you also want is you just want a little mitt. So I love this one. It's really soft. It just goes on some fingers and it really makes for application super, super easy. So you also want to have a mirror. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you just take 2 to 3 pumps of this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 pump, and it looks like that, and you just want to put it on the face and then just rub. You want to do that evenly, and you want to make sure that you are avoiding any, like your eyes, your lips. And I'm kind of just going in circular motions, and I'm also bringing that down to my neck and on my ears, just because you do not want your face to be super tan and then right here to miss out on the tan. So I'm just taking another pump and again just rubbing that evenly. So what I basically did is I used 1 pump on this side and 1 pump on the other side. So when you are doing this, as you guys can see, there is no color guard. So if you go over the same spot twice, that is fine. But if you do miss a spot, you aren't going to get color on that area. So just make sure that you go all over. I'm getting close to the eye without touching the eye because you don't want to get this in your eye. Okay, so I'm just going to take my last pump and I'm just going to work that into the forehead. With this, you want to make sure that you are bringing that towards your hairline, because if you miss, you are gonna have that weird line. When I spray people, I always have them put the hairnet a little bit further back onto the hair, just because you don't want to have that weird tan line. So all I do is I just do 1 application of this, and I will see the color tomorrow morning. But if you want to be darker, then you can just put this on again the next day. So you want to do 1 application at a time. So that is it. It was super, super easy to tan my face, and it just takes a couple seconds. So next I'm just going to show you guys how to tan the arms. Okay, so to tan the arms, I'm basically going to take a bigger version of that little tiny mitt that we have. Self-tan, I'm going to go in with the oil. So this is super, super simple as well. All you do is you just spray it on, then you just rub it. So when you are going near the elbows, they do recommend not to directly spray on the elbows, and that is just because your elbows are the rougher areas, so you don't want to spray there and then be too dark or orangey or splotchy or anything like that. Then for the hands, all I'm doing is I'm just rubbing it all the way. Now I also want to make sure that I get the back. And again, all I'm doing is taking that and rubbing it. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the top of my body, and then I will be back to show you guys how I tan my legs. So I'm going to do my legs. Sorry, it was a little difficult to figure out how to film this. But again, I'm just taking this, and all I am doing is spraying and then just rubbing that on. Again, I did not spray directly on my knee. And again, just spraying and rubbing. When you do this, you want to make sure to get the inner part of your leg as well. And then also you want to make sure that you get the sides. Now when you do the tops of the feet, just spray a little bit on and then you just rub. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the other leg off camera, and I'll be right back. So as you guys can see, it is super, super simple to self-tan yourself. So the first thing I'm gonna go over is just how to tan your face. So I get so many questions on how to tan your face because a lot of people do not want their face looking streaky or orangey or anything like that. So I get a lot of questions on that. Okay, so again, you just want to make sure that exfoliate your face. This is super, super important because you do not want any dry patches on your face. Again, make sure that you do this 24 hours prior to using the face oil. Again, these are directions for the Golden Star Beauty products. And then also oils can block the absorption of products in your skin. So just make sure that you're using oil-free products on your skin, and the self tanner will actually absorb into your skin a little bit better versus if you are using an oil product. So first things first is you want to make sure that your hair is pulled out of your face. This is just common sense. You don't want anything dangling in your face when you are doing a self tanning. Then you want to apply your cleanser and wash off any makeup, any impurities, anything like that. Just make sure that your face is nice and clean. They also said, I've actually never done this or heard about this, but you can actually use, they recommend using an ice cube, and that is just so to make sure that your pores are nice and tight and small and stuff like that, just so the oil doesn't go into your pores if some pores are bigger than others and make them look a little splotchy. So that is a tip. I have actually not done that, and the self tanner has applied perfectly fine on my face. Then you want to make sure that you pat your face dry, your face is not wet, there is no excess water or anything like that, because you do want to apply this tanning lotion on a dry face. Okay, then what they recommend, I'm constantly looking down to make sure I'm getting every single point for the face, because this is super important. I do have my notes right in front of me. So what you're going to want to do is you want to take 2 to 3 pumps of this. I recommend using a tanning mitt. Some people like a tanning mitt or a tanning glove, and that is just so the self tanner does not get on your hands. You don't have to do that. I just recommend doing that. So then what you're going to want to do is you just want to rub in circular motions. You want to avoid your lips, you want to avoid getting it in your eyes, so just be cautious of that. So what they recommend is starting off places where you are naturally tan, like the forehead, the apples of the cheeks, the chin, and the bridge of your nose, and do not get too much tanning serum on the top of your lip, because otherwise you're going to look like you have a little mustache. So just be wary of that. And that area also absorbs more serums and stuff than other parts of your face, so just make sure you are cautious about that. Then you want to apply it to behind your ears, just because some people forget about that. But if you don't do that, then you are going to get then you are going to look super pale back there, and just not going to match your whole face, if you know what I'm saying. You also want to make sure that you get the back of your neck. A lot of people forget about the back of the neck, because if you don't spray the back of your neck is going to be looking pale and the front is going to be looking tan. So don't forget about that either. Then you also want to make sure that you get your ears, because if you forget your ears are going to be super white. So a lot of YouTubers actually put some foundation stuff on their ears just to match. What I usually recommend is leaving that area alone for about 15 minutes. Make sure that your hair isn't touching it, you're not changing shirts or anything like that, because that is also going to interfere with the self tan on your face. So just be wary of that. Then what you also want to make sure is that you do not apply any makeup, any moisturizers or anything like that to your face after you use this tanning oil on your face, because that is going to mess up your self tan. They actually say that you can wait at least 2 to 3 hours before applying makeup or any cosmetic products. I actually, when I put this on overnight, and I don't put on any makeup or anything like that, one because I'm sleeping, but two because I just really like it to absorb fully into my skin. But if you have somewhere to go, then you can definitely just wait the recommended 2 to 3 hours before applying any product. So what they also say is that you want to avoid any retinols, any acne things afterwards, and that is just because that really strips away the self tanner. I actually do use retinol. I actually hit myself really hard. I actually do use retinols on a nightly basis. So usually what I do is the first night that I'm actually self tanning, I do not apply any of my acne medications. The second night I do not, but then starting the third night, that is when I start to do it, because if not, I don't want my acne coming back. That has not been an issue for me, but personal preference, just make sure that you are cautious when you are doing that. Also say that because we're washing our face day and night, the face fades a lot faster, which is true. I always tell my clients that as well, so just be mindful of that. And then another thing that they do say is that when you exfoliate, because you exfoliate around 2 to 3 times a week, that is also going to scrub away that sunless tan, so just be mindful of that as well. Basically what I do for the body lotion and the body oil are kind of similar. Only thing that is different is realize that this is an oil, this is a lotion, so the consistency is different, but basically how to apply the same exact thing. So you want to make sure you are in a well lit area. You want to make sure that you do use a mitt so you can really rub that in, or gloves to rub that in. If you do not, make sure that you do wash your hands. You want to make sure that you have no jewelry on, your hair is up, you have nothing on if you want that nice whole body kind of self-tan. I like self-tanning at night just because it I get that full 8 hours of wear time, but if you want to self-tan during the day, if you're really not doing anything, you definitely can, but it is recommended to self-tan at night. You want to apply these after shaving, waxing, everything like that, like I said before. They don't have tanning guards, so again, just make sure that you are getting every single area. And then they actually recommend waiting as long as possible before showering. So like I said, that's why I like applying it before bed. Then I wake up the next morning 8 hours later and I go to sleep. So again, like I said, how to tan your feet. You want to make sure that you focus on the top of your foot instead of the sides and in between. It's extremely important not to apply too much self-tanner on those areas. Same thing with your elbows. You want to use the lotion or the oil very, very sparingly. One tip and trick is I kind of just spray it here and then just go over it. I don't want to spray or put the lotion on directly on those areas. You want to reapply the body lotion every few days until you desired your tan. You want to use the extender just to basically extend your tan. So I use that almost every other night when I am self-tanning. The oil I have used like 2-3 days in a row just to achieve that nice dark tan. So basically that is it. So even the self extender, how to apply this, like I said, I just use this as a in place of a moisturizer in the evenings. So that just helps to extend the length of my tan. So I hope that I went over everything very thoroughly. I'm going to insert my clips on how to apply the face tanner and then also the body oil. You guys are going to see my before and after photos of my body just so you guys can see how the tan looks day of and then day after, just so you guys can see the difference in between the experiences. The before and afters rather. So another thing that I want to mention is that Golden Star Beauty does have tanning mitts and stuff like that. So they have an exfoliator mitt, which is what I use to exfoliate my body. And then they also have the tanning mitt, which is what I use for my lotion, like my body lotion, my oil and stuff like that. It's really, really soft and really easy to just blend on. You guys are going to see me using that. Then they also do have a little baby one just for my fingers, which is, ooh, I'm going to get makeup on it, which is just perfect for getting right up on my face. So I do use this for my face. They are so soft. They are really easy to use and I really do love them. You are going to see me using them in my video clips, so definitely stay tuned for this. You get these products on either their website or on Amazon. So I'm going to leave both options down below. My code is only valid on their website, just to let you guys know that. But I hope that this video was super informative to you guys. Please let me know if you like these types of videos. Also let me know if you do want some instructions, like step-by-step videos on how to apply the tan extender and the body lotion. Let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you do like these kind of informative videos. I hope that this answered a lot of your questions. I'm sorry if it was repetitive. I had my notes. I was just going through how to do each product, so I really hope that it was really helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you do like the informative videos. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, so you can be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty. Hit that post notification bell too while you're at it so you get notified of all of my future uploads. But I hope that you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. I hope that you guys really, really liked this video. If you guys are interested in learning about this makeup look, the video is either up or it's going to be up. Definitely, I'll leave it down below if it is up, but if not, then just stay tuned. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys are interested in these products. Like I said before, I'm going to leave the link down below if you guys are interested in purchasing any of these products, and I'm also going to leave my discount code on the screen here and down below. It will save you guys some money, and it is also an affiliate link, so if you use it, you do get a discount, and I get a little bit of commission from this as well. I want to thank you so much to Golden Star Beauty for partnering up with me with this video. I'm so excited. This is my first video of partnering up, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was super informative, and I hope that you guys like and test out these products. This is where I get my amazing glow, so really happy. As you guys know, I did work at a tanning salon, so I did tan in the beds for a little bit, but as I have gotten older, I'm trying to wean off of that, to be honest, and kind of just focus on my self tanning, because that is a lot better for my skin. It's a lot healthier, and I can get that glow but without those UV rays, you know what I'm saying? So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!